I was angry with God. He created the tree of the knowledge of good and evil centuries upon centuries ago, and I was so very angry with him for putting it in the garden. If he had never created that tree, Eve couldn't have been tempted to eat the fruit. Sin never would have entered the world, and I would not have been dying of drug addiction. It had been like slow suicide for 25 years. While I was trying so hard to die, I was aching to live. I started using when I was a child. Before I stopped completely, there were several years of good. However, I started using methamphetamine again, and the spiral down became uncontrollable. In 6 months, I went through $100,000. Within a year, I'd lost my kids, my marriage, and my family. In the process, I was also losing my mind. I wish I could say that losing all of everything was the catalyst to the end, but it wasn't. I was dying, and I was so very angry. God accepted my anger, though, and in minutes, on a Tuesday, He came in and altered the course of my life. I knew I didn't have much more time to live, and I had lost the choice to do anything about it. I hadn't had a clear moment of thought in years. I hadn't looked into the mirror for as long as I could remember because I could not stand to see what was reflected back. That Tuesday, seeing myself was a complete accident. I got out of the shower and caught a glimpse in the mirror. I was covered in bruises and barely weighed a thing. I couldn't help but know that I was looking at my corpse. But there was a man standing behind me. His face was kind. There was no return of the anger I felt. There was no pity. I could only see love and light. And then I very clearly heard the voice of Christ. He gave me the first true choice I'd had in 25 years. I could choose to continue in the life I had made. I would die very soon, and I would go to hell. Or I could stop, follow Christ, and I could. In the 4 years and 2 months since that day, all of my life has changed. I have my children back. They're at my house, in my care. I have a granddaughter who lives with me, and I was able to support my daughter through the adoption of her second child last year, and we get to watch that beautiful little girl grow up in pictures. I have a renewed relationship with my parents, and my siblings no longer have to make excuses for me. I have my mind back. I am capable of thinking clearly, learning, and making solid decisions. The most important change, however, is in my spirit. Because of Jesus Christ, I will never again be what I was. I walk with and follow Him every day of my life now. He gives me the joy and peace that I was searching for all of those years. He changed it all in 5 minutes, one Tuesday.